My name is Oyin and I'm a youth worker. And I mention that because I'm going to reflect on UK racism in that aspect. That aspect is my whole entire life. I've been a youth worker my whole life. And I work with beautiful, beautiful black girls and boys. And I call them my kids. They're not my children. I don't have any children yet. So if you hear me say my kids, I'm talking about them. But I work with beautiful black boys who are funny and charismatic and literally hilarious. And beautiful black girls who are so kind, so caring, so loyal to the fact that they literally argue about loyalty. And then I think about a world that doesn't allow them to be those things. My black boys and girls don't get to be boys and girls. They have to be men and women because they have to respond to the labels that are thrusted upon them at such a young age. A 14-year-old boy has to become a man, and a 12-year-old girl is sexualized way before her time. And I think why we say, why do you act like that? Why do you do this? And that's the tip of the iceberg. In my day-to-day, I don't see the tip of the iceberg. I don't see what people see on the news. I don't see the kid you see on the metro on your phone in the morning. I don't see that kid. You see, I see the kid who just lives, somewhere in East or South London or West London. And they've had a really difficult morning. And before they came to school, they were stopped and searched. And they come in fuming because they've already memorized every single license plate of every single undercover police officer, but they didn't recognize that license plate. And they got stopped and searched for their way to school, and they were just coming to school. I see the tears, you see the anger. I have a phone conversation with the mum, and you see the parent that apparently doesn't care. You see, we live in a world where their stories are already written for them. No one cares to ask you how you are, how was your day. The little girl who's angry, fuming, just been kicked out of the shop, no one's asked her how her morning was. No one asked her, oh, why are you late to school? Oh, because you had to drop off your siblings to school. No. You see, we've all had to learn so much during lockdown. But what I've had to learn is that I have to love them so much more now. So much more now. Because they live in a world that doesn't love them. And maybe we pray that in their generation they get love, but with the way that the system is set up against them, they live in a world that doesn't love them. They live in a world that actually actively hates them. That is actively, not even waiting for their downfall, but is slowly planning their downfall. And so even though I've been frustrated with work asking me, what can we do to help? I don't want to tell you what to do to help. But I know what I'll do to help. I'm going to make sure I ride for my young black boy and girl every single day. I'm going to let them know that there is a black woman somewhere in the world that absolutely knows that they can do the things that they want to do. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that they can. I had a conversation with one of my young people a few weeks ago, and he said something that just broke my heart. And I've been a youth worker for over 10 years, so I find it weird when something breaks my heart. And he was like, you're telling me you know someone who earns a lot of money and he's like legal? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. What are you talking about? And called my friend up, and he started mentoring this one of my young people. And my friend is tall and he's black and he's beautiful and he's kind and he's beautiful. And I was so happy. I remember I prayed. I went upstairs to my room and I prayed and I said, God, let us in the black community, let us ride for the younger generation, because no one else will. And my young person called me and they're like, yo, I'm going to do my maths, I'm going to go to college. And I could have cried. I don't know why I didn't cry. But I was so overwhelmed by just love. See, love seems so passive in this fight of racism. It seems like we just tolerate it, we just let it be. No, Jesus Christ was an activist, and he loved. He saw his people and had compassion on them. And so when I can call my boy and he can have compassion on my young person and dedicate hours of his time to, mentor this young boy, that to me is love. And I'm not waiting on a service or a referral form for my young black people, my young black girls and boys to be loved. No, I'm gonna do that myself now. And so I encourage you, if you feel powerless, to use your power. What can you do? Because you see, the black boys and girls, they need us. I don't even want to throw them out to the world right now. I want them to know that they are loved and highly favored. And so whatever we can do right now, do it. You want a mentor? Call me. I will give you a list of black people you can mentor. You want to start a project? Do it. I'll hook you up with some funding. But just do it. Just show love. It doesn't need to be an organised protest. It doesn't need to be an Instagram post. It just needs to be your authentic self-loving. Let us show these black boys and girls that we love them so much. And they are loved so much. And not even by us, but by God. So yeah. I don't know. My heart goes out to the world. But for all that we can do, even if it's small, just do it. It's so worth it to invest in the upcoming generation. They're beautiful. Thank you. And so guys, let us keep this conversation going. Be sure to like, comment, talk about your experiences on the videos, and share. And let us share our experiences in how we can love more and be more like Jesus in the midst of all of this. Thank you. God bless.